Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jay here. Welcome to the Next Best Thing Studios. So what we do here, if you haven't already guessed, is we review anything audio related, really from speakers, amplifiers, preamplifiers to DACs, anything audio related. And we also do vlog style behind the scenes, advices regarding audio, interview with industry people, show coverages, you name it. Anything that has to do with the audio and the audio industry is done right here on this channel. So what is all this for? Why do we do this? Well, our only one and single objective on this channel is to allow you to make an informative decision in your audiophile journey. But how do you know you guys can trust us? And that's the big question I want to answer in this video today. Because quite frankly, a lot of the publications these days, including YouTube reviews, have a lot of different gray areas in how they work. Do they get paid by the manufacturer? Do they get paid for positive reviews? And a lot of these questions make it so hard to know if the person behind the camera is being truthful or not in his review or assessment. So I believe that you guys have the right to know and understand how we work here at the Next Best Thing Studios and make an informed choice that way in whether to trust our assessment or not as being truthful. So here I have my phone so I don't mess up. We have a comprehensive policy for the companies as well as for you guys to see, and I don't think any publications really do this to make their policies public, but we have it public. So you can go to the link below this video and click on it and you can see it for yourself as well and follow along. So here, under our review policy for companies, number one, it is very important that we talk about the fate of the review unit after the review. So the after is in bold letters as well. And this is very important because oftentimes reviewers get to keep units and it's decided even before the review. So manufacturers will be like, yeah, you can keep it. Can you do a review for us? Now, how ethical the reviewer might be is really dependent on the reviewer, and you can decide or not to decide to trust him. But in the public eye, the reviewer may seem biased because he has received something beforehand. Now in this case, a review unit. So how we do that here is even if the manufacturer has intentions to let us keep the review unit, that's decided after the review. We don't talk about it beforehand to bias the review. Number two, if a company wants to support us via any type of compensation, it is very important that it is talked about after the review. So this is basically same idea except we're talking about money, finance. So some reviewers will receive money beforehand for their work, and sure, that may work. Again, that is entirely up to you to trust the reviewer or not on how ethical he is and how much you trust him. But receiving money for their work before the review takes place can be again seen as biased before the review even starts. So on this channel, we talk about it after the review. Number three, Patreon giveaways can be pre-arranged. So we'll talk about Patreon in a minute, but what Patreon is basically you guys, people who watch my videos and support me, but in a financial way, and that's Patreons. So we believe that true journalism is the one paid by the people. If the manufacturer is the one that's putting money in my pocket, then I am being hired by the manufacturer and they are my boss. But if the people that's watching it, the consumers, are my boss, then I work for you guys and I am on your side to report whatever I feel worth reporting that will benefit to you in a very honest way. So Patreon giveaway is basically saying, hey, if you want to give this to my Patreons after the review is done, then so be it. And it is given away on Patreon. And roughly we do one giveaway per month on Patreon each month. Number four, we do not do affiliate links for the purpose of commissions. And so this is what really separates reviewers from salespeople. And affiliate links are basically commissions. Every time you click on something and buy something, then the person gets a cut. So it's commissions. And I've gotten numerous emails and people asking, manufacturers asking if they can do affiliate links. We don't allow it on our channel. The only time we allow it is if they want to track statistical click-through rates. But we don't receive any money from you buying something that we reviewed. The only exception is Amazon. Amazon affiliate links is, Amazon is the biggest company. It has nothing to do with audio. So even if you buy anything through our Amazon links, that's just a way of supporting us without spending any dime on your part. Because let's face it, some people may not be comfortable directly paying us or financially helping us in a direct way. So that's one way to help us is click on our Amazon links and buy something, we get a cut. But that it has nothing to do with audio and audio ethics. Number 5, MBT Studio has the rights to terminate the review process for any given reason, including but not limited to solicitation of positive reviews. So this just gives us the right to terminate the review if we see anything fishy going on or something that's, telling us, hey, can we get a positive review when it's really, nothing positive about it. Number 6, by sending in your product, you agree to pursue no legal action against negative feedback of the product. Again, super important here to state that because some companies will decide to sue you if you give a negative feedback, which we by saying if you send in a product, then you're avoiding that right straight off. So those are the things that we send to the manufacturers when they send in the product. So let's talk about Patreon. So I think this is a super important part. There's few things that we offer our Patreons as a thank you for supporting us because we truly believe that Patreon is what runs this channel. It is the sole foundation of our income. It is the sole foundation of what drives us forward on this channel. So if you're already a Patreon, thank you very much. If you're not, if you want to learn more about it, then you're welcome to stay here. So we offer a few things here. Free gear. Okay, so I think we talked about this. Basically Patreon giveaways once a month. And if there's no company that says, hey, I want to do a Patreon giveaway for you, then we just take whatever that we get to keep after the review, and then we give it away on Patreon. We're trying to keep it one giveaway per month on Patreon, which is pretty big if you think about it, because one per month, and it's usually about $1,000 worth of gear each month. That's $12,000 that we're giving away to Patreon individuals per month. So Patreon only content. So this is exclusive content, and this is where I will be talking about something I'm maybe not too comfortable talking about in public. Maybe something is really, really great. So I give you guys a heads up. Hey guys, this is amazing. If you want to buy it before the review goes public, then you should do so now because it won't be available after the review goes live, etc., etc. So anything that is Patreon exclusive content is on Patreon. Auction. So what happens to the gear that the companies allow us to keep after the review? Well, those go on auction. So instead of selling it anywhere else on Canuck Audio or used market or anything like that, what we do is we auction it on Patreon. So Patreons get to have the first go at it for whatever review unit. And this way we keep the price low, and we also offer free shipping to US and Canada, and we pay 50% of the shipping anywhere else in the world. So this way it keeps things fair. You're able to get the price for lower and everyone is happy. And some of the money that is collected from this auction is later used to buy something for the Patreon giveaway if there is no giveaway happening that month. Next, exclusive Telegram chat. So this is above the $5 tier, and if you are here, then you get to join the Telegram chat to directly text back and forth between you and I and many of the members there. So it's like a small community of people and audiophiles that like to talk with each other about a lot of things. In fact, not just audio related. Sometimes we talk about politics, coffee beans, and it's a lot of fun. Next, gear tier list and recommendations. So this is also above the $5 tier, and this is where I have tiers of everything that I have reviewed from speaker, amplifier, DACs, and whatnot. And I have a recommendation list where I give you 2 of my favorite in each price category as well. And that's there's a link that you click on when you join Patreon, and it will show you the tier list. And this is updated every time I do a review of something, and I redo the tier list and recommendations with updates. Lastly, Patreon discount. Now, this is from companies that agreed to sign up with us in terms of Patreon. They want sales. This is obvious. So this is how I get them sales, but at the same time, get my Patreons a great deal. So a lot of the online retailers, they cannot afford to give public discounts because then their margin will be so very low. But some of them, and I'm not going to name who, obviously, it depends case by case scenario, will allow certain amount of discount to only my Patreons, and they've said, co-signed on it. They said, okay, we'll give your Patreons a little bit of discount as a way of supporting your channel. And lastly, the review videos will be available on Patreon 1 week before the public, so that the Patreon have a first look at the reviews that's being published. So that's everything that we offer on our Patreon, which is quite extensive. You can revisit it if you want to on the link below. And you know what, guys? Thank you for watching, and enjoy the channel whether you are a Patreon or just a viewer or a subscriber. And I hope this channel helps you out in your audio journey. Thank you.